Hello Amino, hello Mana, how are we doing today? Well guys, I'm inventing a game called OMANAC. Well, that's just a placeholder name for it. But I'm going to show you how it's done. There's everything that was being done with OMANAC and just show you what's going on. So, let me just unload all these 27 lines. This game was played in 16 turns. Most games, tabletop games, they're played in 2 hours, maybe a lot more turns than this. But I'm trying to create a simple game for simple people that can be played on Amino because, as we know, Amino has restrictions to how many images you may upload onto like one comment. It's five, but they said they're going to put more. For example, let's just look at this. That's all five. All right, so back out of that, and we're going to go to edit, and as it says here, you reach the maximum post number. Let's just look at it again. Increasing the near feature. I think that said that for a long time. So, Almanac, what I'm going to call it, it has to play with kind of a restriction of 5 lines. But you have to. The point of the game is to finish off the 5 letters that are provided for you in the game to spell the word Omana. So you have level 1, level 2, 3, 4, and 5. And by finishing off those games, by playing those letters, you finish the game Omana. So in this game, there are kind of features that I like to show you, like levels, where if you're a certain level in the Amino, you can't play that card, and these would be the official rules. You have the letters, which this is the type of card this is. This is a letter card. Will there be more? I don't know. Maybe it should have been called special, but this is in the works. This is just 25% of the whole thing done. It's just the bare bones of the game that's being created. And you have your item description, which is here. It tells you about the whole what the item does, or what the character does, what the card does, and you have this green bar around the whole thing, which is to indicate, to players that this comes from a mono, and this is an official card, that it has one watermark under it. So we come back to the top here, and let's just show you how you play the game. So of course, there will be a way to indicate who plays first, and it will be done with the reputation points. But because I created this game and it's the first time showing people, I just went first. So first I would play the O card, and you can see that this is a test card because it's in testing phase, and there's a level, and I would be able to play because I'm higher than level 1. But for new people who eventually hear about the game, they have to first be able to play the card. They have to get to level 1. When you get to Amino, you are level 1. But to play the card, you have to be a level 1. And also, it indicates where the card is supposed to go on the line. So, acronym of the name, O. Also, the description will tell you it has to be placed in the right order. And so I call these things image cards because they're images and they're cards, and you play with an open face deck. So normally you play Yu-Gi-Oh or Pokemon with a closed face deck, or whatever card game that is out there with a closed face deck. But in this game, because it's online, and I'm hoping to get Amino support, where it'd be used as stickers, and they would have a virtual deck, and that you can take from instead of going into your gallery all the time just to upload new words onto one line. So giving like expansion, like having more than one sticker or somewhat on one line. So as you can see here, we were playing in a voice chat, so there's not much talking that's done in the chat line. But here there is an O and an M, and it makes it much more easier when you play the cards on one line. Uh, Moving on to the next thing, there are special cards that will reverse the game just in case you don't like that play or you want to mess up your opponent. And these cards have are affect cards. They just affect the game and how it runs. So we just started to play the game, playing OMA because that's the third card, and then you get cards that will work effectively like magic or trap cards, but you have to play them on the same line, and they take a turn. So if I play this card here, if I play the stop hand, that stops the opponent for like 2 turns. So that's not the turn that it's played on, but their next 2 turns after that. So I play that, and I would play a number A as a third A. But the card will disappear because there's not much line. There's a lot of restriction in the game, a lot of line restriction. So you can't have anything like Yu-Gi-Oh, where you can have a magic card on the second line and your monster cards or whatever it is on your first line. So you have to play with this thing, and we're, like I said, hoping that Amino will allow maybe a deck line, more lines on Amino. Well, you have to prove to them first that this is what is needed to even get something like that. So that's why there's cards that will disable, like this image corrupt, and image cards. These are called image cards. There's level 2. It can by example, you can see here that the game needs to played on one line. Here's your deck. There's a plus sign here. Here's your deck where it's all open face and you just choose your cards. But how do you know that this person has the right card or anything like that? Well, I made sure that the cards that are being sent out is like a scavenger hunt. So you have to go around, and just like Yu-Gi-Oh! Arc 5, no, Zexal, if anyone's seen that the player has to go and grab a card in not in the middle of battle, but you have to go searching for cards. So the cards are scattered all over Amana. For example, let me just go to find a person that may have a card. Let's say RK, and we have here he has 2 cards that have been distributed to him. So just like finding Pokemon and the quality of that card, like look at that quality. Um, so the quality of the card and just how it's done here is like it has no watermark on it, but when you save it, you'll have the watermark, and that would make that card official. If you have more than two, if you have more than one of those watermarks, then what happens is it just makes the card less official, and that you didn't find it, you just copied off someone else's work. So that's why I want more of that watermark to be there in the game. So what happens is that it makes an official card, and it's not like someone handed it off to you, and you can play it while you're playing the game. You have to actually find the source of the card and be able to play it. So we come down from these 27 lines, 16 turns. The more there's several different cards, and you can only play them once. So if you're playing a card that steals, it will only steal. It'll steal 2 cards, and that card can be played on the same turn. Um, you can't just have it play on the second line because it's supposed to take open face cards. So these cards will be provided, and they are provided all around Amino. So looking in blogs and maybe some special help out there will have some cards, some special cards that you can play, which will make the game much more better. Searching for them will make it like a scavenger hunt, and playing them like Yu-Gi-Oh! Pokemon is a part of the trading card game. So the objective to play this game is to fill up your line with the word Omana. Ignore those at the bottom. So you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and that is the way to win the game. So this game is preferred to play in voice chat if possible, because what happens is when you're actually doing a card game like over um over like in real life to a person, you actually want that interaction kind of thing, you know, because I don't have any fully restrictions on when someone kind of takes a break and then walks away from the table, and it's like, what, you can't really monitor that thing. And so what happens is, like, if this game could be turned into like a live game where where players will have to actually play the game, or there's be a lock session that no one else can interrupt. Your cards are there, and maybe in Amino, and maybe Amino can administrate some cards of their own if they want to get on this. But basically, this is a copyright now that there's a video. But like I'm saying, you would have to. There would have to be some kind of workaround. So here we are with the beta testing thing, which is being done. That was the first test, but I've always tested this on a spreadsheet just to figure out how the game works, and it's just a bare bones minimum of the game without going too crazy into it. But there will be OCs in the future, and it will work under the free ratio system. If anyone gets what that is, it's a Capcom SNK versus Capcom thing. Two, and there will be abilities the OCs will have, buffs, nerfs, reputation points will be used, and win conditions to spell Omana and use rep points, and type of effects. And so also you had to use it by creating the thing. So this is just the first blog I'm putting out there, just to let people know that the game is out there. It works. It's very minimalist. Um, I'm trying to make it easy for even like anyone to play as a pick up and play game, but maybe there'll be some kind of advanced things that people will find out. But right now we're just going through the testing phase, and once we've got that done, it will be more distributed, more worked on. But right now it's just a working. It's a concept of something that's working right now. Very bare bones. Can't really do much, but there will be cards in the future as I worked on them. Um, but I'm gonna hope that I'm gonna ask for like high quality cards from different members and try to get a working game. But it's out there. You can find the cards. You can play the game. Here's the instruction book or instruction video on how to play the game. Play on one line. Play with friends. Play together. Join the VC. But this is just the first blog to tell that the game is out there and it's still being worked on. So thank you for watching, and have a fun time playing Almanac, or just going through the whole naming convention right here. We have Omana Shout, and we have Omana Gaze, and we have Omana Books, which is a book website for that's being built. It actually does have some significance on Lulu.com. That's where my books are, and for the Omana Shout too. And so this Almanac is just a game which will be done with cards. So hopefully we'll see you playing there, and thank you for watching.